Hi, I'm Greg Ismay, and thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about multi-generational living, but before we get into today's topic, please check out the links above to find out more information about real estate here in our market. Okay, so let's talk about the trend that I've been seeing over the past several years, and that is where buyers are looking, in some cases, for homes that will accommodate multi-generation. And by that we mean the grandparents, the parents, and the kids, or maybe just the kids and the parents. So I don't really have any research to back this up, but my gut tells me that there is a shift going on, demographically speaking, where number one, the empty nesters or the grandparents, if there are grandkids involved, they're becoming more inclined to live with the other generations. And conversely, the parents of children are, or just the children are more inclined to have their parents living with them. Now, these are just gut thoughts, but I think one thing that's happening to the empty nesters or the older generation is, number one, we are all living longer as a society, and that can put pressure on costs for housing. Secondly, we're experiencing that as people try to downsize in today's marketplace, buying a smaller home does not always mean less money. And typically, folks are looking for different floor plans, main level living, master bedrooms on the main level, and those properties can be more costly. So that could be the incentive for the older generation. Conversely, for the younger generation, having the parents around or the grandparents could be helpful for caring for the children. I also think that the younger generation may be worrying about the parents as the parents slow down. Maybe they're not as mobile, maybe they're not getting around as well. Maybe they have medical issues and they need more attention. So all those things added up, we're starting to see people say, hey Greg, can you show us opportunities where we may be able to bring the whole family together? And for me, that's really exciting. So with that, just to share some things that we're seeing out there that could accommodate those needs. Number one, some of the big builders are starting to build what they call multi-generational multi-gen plans. And that would just be where they're building a new home and they've accommodated into the floor plan a space where the parents or the grandparents could have their own space for when they need it, and then they can share the general and the main living areas with the rest of the family. In addition to that, for the resale market, we're seeing buyers look at homes entirely differently than if they're just looking for their family. For instance, if they want the property to accommodate an extra generation in there, they may be looking at moving walls or adding walls. They may be looking at an addition to the property. Certainly basements are being looked at differently. Can the basement accommodate a kitchen? Could there be a separate entrance to that basement area where there could be more privacy for people coming and going? And also, certainly if a property has, or a home has enough property along with it, then a guest house could be considered. And there are even some properties on the market that do have a guest house. So that could lend itself well for kind of the in-law suite, if you will. So that's what we're seeing out there. We really appreciate you stopping by today. If you do have questions about how multi-generational living could fit for your family, please feel free to give me a call.